Hi guys, it's Tara. I'm back with another video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. But I wanted to do like a really quick video today just because it was something that I was thinking about that I really feel like the message needs to be brought forth to the masses, and people have to understand like we're at like a really crucial point in time as far as us evolving as humans on this particular realm of existence. This video is going to be kind of really short in comparison to like all the other videos I do, just because it's kind of really not like a video, it's more so like a message. But we're at a really crucial point, like I said, within history where change is like paramount. Like, it's definitely needed. It's definitely something that people have to kind of like focus on. And I know people are like, well, you know, change what? You know, I have a job, I have kids, but it's like we're at a point where we have to refocus on what it is that we want out of life, or what it is that we think life should look like, just because a lot of us, including myself, up until a certain point, was, I guess, indoctrinated into a belief system, just with everything that we're taught, from school to church to everything. Even the food that we eat kind of keeps us at a lower vibrational state. But like I said, we're just at a point in history where change is absolutely necessary. And the reason as to why I say that is because if you've ever, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I keep repeating to y'all, like I'm a nerd. I am. I research a lot of topics. I, just on my own, just because at an earlier age, like after I got out of school, I realized, everything that I thought I knew about life, 9 times out of 10 wasn't exactly true. So I kind of just went on my own little journey searching for knowledge. And the one thing that I consistently find to be the same outcome is based upon the collective of humanity's behavior. They all ended in like doom and gloom. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody, because the one thing that you hear me continue to preach on my channel is I don't ever want anybody to live in fear or live your life being fearful of tomorrow or the unknown. So this is more so not as a message to cause people to become fearful, but more something as motivation. But like I said, the one thing I realize is previous societies all ended in some sort of mass destruction. Either they caused it unto themselves, or the gods pretty much came back and turned up and caused some sort of devastation, and that society ended. But the reason as to why I say like how that fits in with today's timeline, because it's the same stuff that's going on. Like, history has a way of repeating itself until someone decides, okay, I'm going to change. I'm going to be that person that makes the change. And in all actuality, it really only takes a few people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I myself kind of was stuck in like this little rabbit hole for a couple of years until I just decided like everything that I think is important is not important. And I decided to, I've said it in previous videos, divulge myself into spirituality. And why specifically spirituality is because, first of all, religion is very confusing. There's a lot of parts of it where they're like, oh, it's an allegory, it's not really meant to be taken serious. So it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that just wasn't working for me. And then I've always been like a nerd that's always been into like math and science for as long as I can remember. But the one thing that I have noticed, science only understands things up to a certain point. Like, the whole point of science is supposed to understand the world around you, and they only understand things to a certain point. Like, we're just now figuring out, okay, the Big Bang Theory might not have actually happened. Whereas if you look into any Buddhist temples or any gurus that are off like divulging themselves into spirituality, they pretty much already have the answers for everything. And that's another reason why I decided to pretty much do that versus anything else, because it was just like, this seems to be the most solid pieces of evidence that actually answer all my questions without it being confusing, or, you know what I'm saying? And it pretty much ties in everything as far as astrology. And that's another thing people don't understand. Spirituality literally ties in everything that goes on within this universe. You have astrology and the understanding of as above, so below. What goes on up there goes on down here. It understands everything that you consider here and think of and have a question for. What else is it? Just something in general. Pretty much, like I said, everything. It literally explains everything to a T. So it's like, why wouldn't I study something that actually gives me the right answers? It actually has an understanding. Like I said, it teaches you the foundation of where religion even came from. So it's like, it predates that. It predates any history that, you think you know about. But, like I said, this more so is just a message for people to understand, like, people have to wake up and understand and see the world that's going on around you. And like I said, because Mother Earth is doing this transition, or has transitioned from 3D to 5D, it's much easier to tap into the information as well as to heighten your sense of awareness. Like, it's super easy. And I know I'm saying it's super easy, but it doesn't come without its set of challenges, just like everything else in life. But like I said, we're just at a point where this is absolutely necessary. If we don't, we're going to look up 10 years from now, and life as we know it is not going to be the same. Another thing that I really started paying attention to when I first decided to go vegan, I started watching all of these videos about veganism, because like I said, I didn't become vegan for any spiritual reasons, not at all. It was just a form of bettering myself and bettering my body. But once I started kind of divulging myself into the information, I started to realize why it's so important for us to go vegan. And one thing that I was specifically watching was I think it was With the Health, or maybe it was something on Netflix specifically talking about ocean life and how what we're eating is affecting our atmosphere. And one crucial thing that stuck out to me was the fact that they were saying, like, the rate in which we're eating fish. And I know most people that are like kind of vegetarian, but still, I forgot what the word is, but they actually still eat fish or whatever. But they were basically stating, like, if we as humans keep eating fish at the rate that we're eating fish, within the next 10 to 15 years, there will be no more fish in the ocean. So I'm like, wait a minute, what? No more fish in the ocean? How does that affect the environment around us? Well, people don't realize a lot of the fish that are in the ocean create oxygen, and we need oxygen to breathe. And that was another thing that made me realize, dang, we truly are all connected. Like, what we do as humans affect the next species over. You know what I'm saying? And we as humans, we have to become so much more aware of the damage that we're causing to this planet. And like I said, if we don't, we're going to look up 10 years from now and this world is going to cease to exist in the form that it does now. So it's just like, we have to change. It's not, it's something that we should do, maybe we shouldn't do. It's a must at this point. Like I said, if we don't, between the deforestation and how often trees are cut down, which that's another form of oxygen, like, we are literally sucking the life out of this planet. And it's like, I know y'all sit up here and it's like, okay, well, you're preaching. Yeah, but I mean, it's facts. It's not a lie. It's not of a lie. So like I said, we're just at a point in time in history where we have to wake up and change and realize our behavior is leading to a world of destruction. And it's like, if we can't live here, where y'all gonna go? And y'all notice, like, these billionaires or whatever are trying to set up civilization on other planets and terraform Mars. Why do you think that is? Because they see where we're headed. And instead of being a catalyst for change, they're like, deuces, we out. You know what I'm saying? But where does that leave all the rest of the 99% who doesn't have a ticket to Mars? So, like I said, we're at the point where we have to change. Like I said, I know it may not be of a focus, but we need to get focused. Or like I said, the next 10 to 15 years, things are not going to look the way they do now, and life isn't going to be as pleasurable as it is now or comfortable as it is now. Now, do I have faith in humanity that they can change? Yes, because heck, if you could take somebody like me, whereas what I remember I had a conversation with one of my cousins a couple of years ago, and they were telling me about the fact that they went vegan, and I was just like, I'm never going to stop eating chicken. Like, that's where I was coming from. Like, at that point in time in life, you couldn't tell me, like, just stop eating that chicken, because the answer would have been no. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, as life goes on and you see the world around you, you realize, like, sometimes you have to make sacrifices so that tomorrow can be better. That's just that. Like, so anyways, I say that to say, like, I hope this message reaches you guys. I hope you guys get an understanding of it. Like I said, I'm not saying any of this to scare anybody. It's just more of an informative video and to help motivate people. Like I said, if I can change, baby, if I can change the way I eat, what I think, how I operate, and what I do, baby, anybody can. I promise you. Because one thing about me, I'm a Capricorn, okay? We the goat and we stubborn. And if I can wake up in one day and say, like, I'm just gonna go cold turkey, I have every belief in the world that every person in humanity can, because your girl was stubborn. I'm still stubborn to a certain extent. But anyways, I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye.